Hey guys, this is Callum from English Shooting and welcome to the channel. Usually I focus on live fire shooting and a little bit of air rifle now and then, but I've never touched upon action air or BB guns, and having recently completed an IPSC level 3 action air match, I've got quite a bit to tell you. So why should you be interested in action air? Well, if you want to shoot handguns for Team GB or within the UK, really it's one of, if not the best avenues to do so. So personally, I've had quite a rapid introduction into IPSC and the UK PSA over the last 12 months, having been to the Rifle World Shoot out in Sweden and the European Handgun Championship out in Serbia. And every competition I've been to, as well as the level 3 shotgun matches and mini rifle matches here in the UK, has really whetted my appetite for trying IPSC and getting into that style of shooting. And it just so happens that the first IPSC match that I've competed in is action air. Now, there are a few prerequisites to shooting a level 3 match, so luckily I'd already obtained my competition license for action air and then upgraded that to a full bore handgun. But the main thing that I really wanted to start doing was shooting full bore IPSC matches. Now, of course, we can't do that within England, Scotland and Wales, and with the addition of NHTSA through the UK PSA, it's opened up a whole new world of IPSC handgun shooting for UK PSA members. But you do still need to qualify. There is a level 3 match out in NHTSA next year, but to shoot in an international match, because NHTSA is in a different IPSC region to the UK PSA, you need regional director sign-off. And one of the conditions is that you've either completed 2 level 2 matches or a level 3 match, and Action Air qualifies you towards full bore international matches. So being level 3, you get 3 points for completing it, so don't go and get DQ'd. And having completed that now, it now qualifies me to go and shoot that level 3 handgun match. And for anybody without an FAC, like myself, action air, I can't go and shoot a long barrel pistol, I have to go and shoot an action air. So it's a great gateway for anybody that's just starting out in the sport and may not have an FAC. So there's also more to it. If you want to go and represent Great Britain internationally, part of the GB squad, there again are qualifications. So you have to, I believe it's obtain a minimum of 12 points. So you get 3 points for a level 3. So I've got that from the action air match, not being able to shoot long barrel pistols and not being able to go over to NHTSA every single weekend because it's costly and time. Then it again leaves action air to go and compete in level 2s, level 3s, build up your numbers to then qualify for the squad. So the match that I went to was hosted by Grange Live Gaming, a really interesting place right in the heart of Birmingham. Loads of different activities there. It's quite a general activity place. They had axe throwing, various VR games. They had a rage room where you could go and take out some anger on some old electronics. They do airsoft skirmishes and zombie sort of stuff, but they also have a complete floor dedicated to IPSC action air. And I have to say, I think like most people, I sort of look at BB guns, look at action air and go, well, it's not the real thing really. Can it be that much fun? Is it really that competitive, or is everyone just going there for a bit of a jolly? And I can tell you from the first 10 minutes going there, it most definitely is not that. There are some seriously skilled and talented shooters, and the level of competition was incredibly high and was certainly like that of the European Handgun Championship or even the Rifle World Shoot. People take it very seriously and it is incredibly competitive. Over all of that, it is incredibly good fun. I came away from there with a massive smile on my face. I knew going in, it being the first IPSC match and certainly a level 3 at that, it was going to be slim pickings for me to try and get any sort of medals or trophies. I just wanted to get through it, not DQ'd, and give a respectable score. My only real goal of the day was to beat Connors. It was my only real sort of level competition going in, and I just about managed to do that. So My score at the end of the day was 55% of the top shooter. There are over 40 shooters competing, and I pipped Connors by just 1%. It still contains all of the different aspects of high-level shotgun, rifle or full-bore handgun shooting. You have to get yourself in the right mindset, make sure all your kit is set up and ready. You have to stage plan just like any other match, just like with any other discipline with live fire guns. And the greatest thing about Action Air, if you are aspiring to go into full bore handgun shooting, is the discipline, it's the experience. So just going and shooting a competition and having to go through all of those drills and the routines and paying attention to the stage brief and getting your stage plan, stagecraft is a massive part of IPSC shooting. You can have the best gun, you can be the best shooter, you can be fast as anything, accurate as anything. If you don't plan the best stage for you, it's all going to go to pot. And there were some really, really challenging stages. Not necessarily huge, long stretching stages, but massively technical. And there was one where I did pick up a miss because pretty much every target was excluded from view. You really had to like mentally plan it. Like, I need to go from here, shoot this many targets, and then I need to go to there, shoot that many targets. And it was quite I think it was a medium or long stage. And there were just so many, and I forgot one. And that's because I'm rusty. But going to Action Air matches and getting in to that sort of zone and mentality and that sort of practice is going to transfer to full bore handgun, even rifle or even shotgun shooting. So it was 12 stages over the course of the day. Again, it's a mentally sort of stamina testing activity, because you've got 12 different stages. You have to analyze each one as you get to it and not be burnt out after the previous one. So you get to the last stage of the day and you're knackered, you're mentally and physically knackered. Again, great experience for live fire shooting as well. You experience the same things there. The first few stages for me, I have to say, were absolutely rubbish. Again, my sort of rustiness really showed. Ended up picking up a few no shoots and everything just went to pot really. But throughout the day, again, I just sort of got in the groove and the stages just seemed to get better and better for me. Unfortunately, the best stage of the day, I do have Connors shooting it, but unfortunately it wasn't filmed, but it was by far my favourite stage of the day in terms of how it went. I executed my plan perfectly, got a fairly decent score on it overall. But yeah, not on camera. There was another one, it was a really quick one, 4 targets. It was just a draw and shoot basically, and managed to absolutely blitz that. Was very happy with that. So fairly happy with my result and just itching to go to the next one and try and not make as many mistakes as I did in this. So a massive thank you to everyone that ran the day, that allowed us to go there. They were super friendly, couldn't help enough. Obviously a lot for us to learn, and they kept on giving us tips and tricks and helping us to go faster and to do better, which is again why I absolutely love shooting sports. You get that pretty much in every discipline, but it was there just like any other discipline with Action Air as well. So a great bunch of guys, and just really looking forward to the next one, and obviously now very much looking forward to the level 3 over in Nizza next year, which of course I will try and document as much as possible. So there we go guys, a quick introduction and taster of Action Air. Please go and have a look into it. I will put some links in the description below. It isn't that expensive. It's probably one of the cheapest disciplines to get into. You can go and pick up a gun for 100, 150 quid. BBs are pennies. The gas are cheap as well. So it's a great beginner sport as well to get into if you're worried about money and finances. It's got to be one of the cheapest ones to get into, and then can lead on to other things if you want to go that way. But there you go. Go and check it out. Follow the links below. I really hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching it. And as always, I hope to see you soon.